We're on the banks of the Grand Canal here in Dublin. You can see tonight is another 50 plus tents all covered up, where the tent encampment is now moved. We saw a number of months ago the tents were moved from Mount Street originally onto the canal, a few different locations, Merrion Square, and further on down the canal at one point, and now we've seen them here just short of Charlemont Street Bridge, about 50 tents. This is outrageous. Last week we saw the Irish government pass disgracefully the EU Asylum and Migration Pact by 79 votes to 72. This flies in the face of Irish sovereignty and flies in the face of Ireland's people being in charge of the decision making of the state. We've seen the abdication of a lot of our responsibilities to faceless bureaucrats in Brussels and not the people who are most impacted by the decisions that they make. We've seen the big bosses benefit, we've seen the commercial property owners benefit from the crisis that's created here on the Grand Canal. A number of days ago, Simon Harris said that he will get rid of these disgraceful barricades that have been put up along the Grand Canal in the next number of weeks. Last week, Waterways Ireland said it would be up to October before they're got rid of, and they said they would be looking at trying to work on the architecture of the canal going forward as well, so it won't be any tent encampments on it. But again, this crisis is going to get worse and worse and worse, and who's impacted most of all? The working class people are impacted most of all. This benefits the rich, the wealthy, the powerful, the billionaires, the big business people who benefit from the chaos that's created through the immigration chaos, and it's ordinary people that feel the pinch because of pressure on resources, pressure on under-serviced resources, and lack of integration and infrastructure as well because of the chaos created by the Irish political establishment. We've seen it with our housing chaos, we've seen it with our health chaos, now we've seen it with the immigration chaos for the last number of years, and now by abdicating our responsibilities off to the European Union, it really tells you a tale of who these political leaders in Ireland represent, and the so-called opposition, who aren't even challenging the status quo and are doing the bidding of the bigger establishment. We need to put the interests of the people in Ireland first. We've had enough of this absolute nonsense going on. Musical tents being moved all around the canal. We've seen it all around Dublin City, all around Ireland as well. We need to put the needs of ordinary people first, put our societal needs first, the right to a home, the right to a dignified existence, the right to decent health service, right to education and right to proper job. While the profits of the billionaires go up through the roof in Ireland and the rich get richer, it's ordinary people who carry the can, who will continue to carry the can unless we stand up in a unified way against what's going on, against the chaos, and to stand up for community sovereignty and the sovereignty as well in our country as well, which is vitally and critically important. Many generations struggled and fought for the rights we had today. We need to remember that more than ever with all the disgraceful attacks that are coming at us. We see it through the hate speech legislation and many more attacks that are coming on our basic fundamental rights that were struggled and won for. They weren't given to us by any kind or benevolent leader. They were struggled and won for. We need to learn that struggle again and win basic rights that ordinary working class people richly deserve. Thanks for the support. Take care.